Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a kind of like a little smoky eye makeup look today. It's kind of neutral. I'll be using the Naked Basics palette. This is one of my favorite palettes ever. It's just so basic, but you can get so many looks with all of these colors, and it's just an amazing palette, and that's what I'm going to be using today. So stay tuned and keep watching. Let's get started. Okay. So first things first, what I do, because this is going to be like a glam look, so I usually do my brows first, and I do my eyes first. So first we're going to be doing my brows, and I'm going to be taking the Brow Stylist Definer in Dark Blonde. And we're just going to fill in our brows. I usually use dark brunette, but I ran out of it, so I had to use this dark blonde. So I am kind of pushing a little bit harder to get more pigment out, so it can be a little bit darker than what I usually have it as. Because I usually use dark blonde in the inner corner alone, because it is lighter. I have sparse hairs in the inner corner, so it is lighter right there, so I like to use a lighter color just to make it more natural. Alright, and since this is like kind of like a nighttime going out look that I'm going to be doing, when I do those type of looks, I usually put concealer, just kind of like clean them up a little bit, just to make them more, kind of make them pop more. But I'm going to be using concealer under them, and it's going to be with the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Vanilla. I just put some on the back of my hand, and I just clean up my brows. I like to be very slow, and I like to take a little bit at a time, just so I don't accidentally, like my hand doesn't actually like jump or twitch and it goes all on my brow. I have to start over again. It's not cool, especially if I'm in a time crunch. It's the worst. That's the worst thing. I hate being rushed. I love taking my time. Especially if I have time to do my hair and makeup, like say I'm going on a date or something, and I have time to like take my time with my hair and makeup, like that puts me in like the best mood ever. Just go over anything I messed up a little bit, or kind of just make sure everything is good to go. Okay, those look good. And now I'm going to set my brows with the Catrice Eyebrow Filler Perfecting and Shaping Gel. And it doesn't tell you what color, I think. Let me check. Yeah, it doesn't really have a... Yeah, it doesn't really have a color. It's just this kind of brown color. I guess it's just neutral. It's like for every brow, except for black, of course. But I'm just gonna go run this through my brows and make sure everything is set. Then I'm gonna go and brush with my spoolie to make sure everything is blended and get all the excess product off. And that right there is the brows. Alrighty, and now I'm going to put concealer on my lid. points, and I do this one lid at a time just to make sure it doesn't dry out on me before I put powder on it. The other eye as well. Okay, and then I set it with my Maybelline Fit Me Loose finishing powder. It's just a good set just to set that concealer. I just dab a little bit in there because the little goes a long way. Okay. Alrighty, so now I'm going to go in my Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette. And the first shade that I'm going to take is Nude. Wait, let me do it this way. First, I'm going to take Nude. I'm going to take Commando. I'm going to mix those two together. That's going to be my transition shade. And just do windshield wiper motions with circling motions as well. Always tap off the excess, because if you just dab in there and just start doing it on your face, it's probably going to be way too much. You're probably going to have fallout all right here. It's just better just to tap it off, especially if you're going in with black. Go in with a little at a time because it's going to save you in the long run. Alrighty, and the next shade I'm going to take, let me do it this way. Next shade I'm going to take, what is that shade? Tempted. I'm going to mix it again with Commando just to kind of that'll be our crease shade, and that will kind of transition from the transition shade into the crease shade. Just slowly. I'm doing windshield wiper motions again with circular motions. Really just on the outside, because I do like a really smoked out eye. So I feel like doing circular motions on like the outskirts of your eye. I feel like it gives you just a more blown out look. I'm going to mix those two. Just slowly build it up in the crease. All of these shades, especially these neutrals, all right in here, are buildable shades. You can go in with a light hand, you can build and build to what kind of color you want. I think that's why I like this palette so much, is because you can build on this palette and you don't have to, and you can go in with a light hand basically. Okay, and the next shade I'm going to mix Magnet right here, Instinct, and Lethal. So these three right in here. And I'm going to take this little brush right here, and I just dab into each one, and I tap off quite a bit, because this color does go a long way, and I put this in my outer V. Sometimes if I'm feeling adventurous, I will go and put it in my crease, but today I'm just gonna go in my outer V. And a little, and you can build this up too as well, if you tap off the excess. If you don't tap off the excess, you can't do this. You can't do the little to long way, because it does go a long way very quickly. I mean, it builds up very, very quickly. I just take the same crease shade and just blend that into the crease. and just gives it a little bit of definition. I'm going to put a little bit more into the outer V because I feel like that's just not dark enough for me. And to go into my Jaclyn Heel palette. Why is that light being like that? I'm going in my Jaclyn Heel palette, and the shade I'm going to take this first shade right in here, and just going to put it on my lid with my finger. Alright, there's that shade right there. Very, very pretty shade. Now I'm just going to take a makeup wipe. I'm just going to clean up underneath. Alrighty, and first, now we're going to move on to face. We're going to leave the eyes alone for right now, and we're going to move on to face. First things first, I use my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I love this stuff. I just spray it on my face and fan it myself. I love this stuff. It feels very refreshing. On days that I don't wear makeup, I will put this in my purse and I'll just spray it throughout the day, especially when it's really hot outside. Like, I take this to Disney with me. I put it in our backpack we take, and I spray this on my face, and it just feels very refreshing, and it kind of refreshes everything, you know. And then next, I'm going to take my Pond's Dry Skin Cream. I use this as a primer and a moisturizer. So, and it looks like that right there, just kind of like a white cream. Take it and just do it both sides of my cheek, forehead, and a little bit on my nose. Just rub it in. Alright, and next I'm going to take my Wet n Wild foundation in Nude Ivory. Just going to put this on my teeth, my chin, and my forehead. That's how I start out because this foundation does go a long way. And I'm going to take my Real Techniques sponge and just blend that in. Alrighty, now I'm going to take my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Vanilla. I do go a little bit heavier on the concealer when I do these types of looks. It just brings everything together, I think. Go ahead and blend everything out. Alrighty, then I take a brush and I blend right in here on the inner corners because the sponge sadly can't get to those areas, so I just use this little brush and I kind of just clean up on these areas right here just for those dark circles, because I do have a lot of dark circles. Alright. And then now I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me loose finishing powder in 05. I'm going to go under my eyes first. I'm going to do the rest of my face. Alrighty, and now we're going to go back to the eyes since the face is already set. Now we're going to go back to the eyes. And I'm going to take my Maybelline New York Eyestudio eyeliner in the blackest black. That's the wrong brush. Okay. Take a little. Put it on my waterline. Right there, gives you just a little nice definition. I just did the outer corners because I don't like it taped inward because I feel like it closes my eyes and I don't like that personally. Alrighty, and next things next, we're gonna do the under eye. Now let me find my brush for you. I just had it. Literally just had it. There's the smaller brush. Alrighty. For the under eye, we're gonna take Commando and Tempted. We're gonna put that on the lower lash line. Alright, and that's all I use for the lower lash line. I feel like I don't need to do a million colors on my lower lash line because I just don't feel like it's necessary, but if you like that, then that is totally okay. You know, it's everybody's personal preference, but I just don't like a million eyeshadows under my eye. I just feel like it's just too heavy and I just don't like it. Alright, I'm going to take that first shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette and I'm going to put it in my inner corner. And then I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to put it on brows. On my brow bone. Right there, right at that tip point. Whew. So good. Love that shade. Alrighty, and now I'm going to take some mascara. I'm going to take my Essence Volume Stylist 18-Hour Lash Extension Mascara. Because this is a going out look, and since I don't like it's not that I don't like falsies. It's just, I've tried everything and I personally think they don't look good on me. I don't think they just go with my eye shape. And I've never had the urge to wear them either. Like, I love my natural lashes, and if I were to get anything close to falsies, it's eyelash extensions. I'd rather just pay the money for eyelash extensions than to spend a lot of money on falsies where I'm never gonna wear them. Alright, and that's the eyelashes. Alright, and the eyes are completely done. Now we're going to move back onto face. And for bronzer, I'm going to take my Jaclyn Hoola bronzer. First, I'm going to contour. I'm going to take that Hoola bronzer right in here. And put it right on my cheeks. Now, for a night out, I do contour. I do that. If I'm feeling extra lazy, I'll not do contour, but usually I do contour. Just right in there. I usually do it very lightly. I don't do a whole lot. I've never been into the cream contours and everything like that. It's not my cup of tea, to be honest with you. So I just kind of lightly contour with a powder, and then I'm going to take my bronzer brush, go with that same shade, and do bronzer. And then lightly dust over my nose and go on my forehead. Alright, next is blush. I'm going to be taking Dandelion and Dallas. Gonna mix those two together, tap off the excess. Alright, there's the blush. Right there. Alrighty, and I'm going to be taking, this Smashbox Spotlight palette in Pearl. This is Casey Holmes' collab with Smashbox, and I think they are just beautiful. And on a night I go out, I mix all three. I mix all three shades. Tap off the excess. Whew. Love this shade. Can't really see it good on camera, but that's what it kind of looks like. Oh, I love it so much. I take it over here on the brow bone. When I go out and do my makeup like this, I go overboard with highlight. But you know what? I don't care, because I love me some highlight. And then I just take my blush brush and kind of swoop over the highlight, and it kind of blurs that line away. That is the highlight. I don't know if you can see it, but that right there is the highlight. I love that palette. I don't know if they still have it, but I'm pretty sure they do, but I'm not for sure. Alrighty, and then next we will have lips, and I will be taking the Knit Soft Matte Lip Cream in Stockholm. This is a very pretty nude color. And then last but not least, I take my Milani Make It Last setting spray and I spray my face. There we go. Alright guys, that is the complete look. This is kind of like my go-to night out look. It's kind of very smoky. I love doing this. I do this look all the time, literally all the time. And I love this look. It's always my go-to. I know what shades to use. I know how they blend. I know how it looks in the end. So this is just kind of like my go-to staple going out look. But thanks guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you use this makeup look. And if you do, that's great. I'm glad to help you find a makeup look that you're looking for, or just something easy to throw on for work, for a night out. This look is good for any occasion. Thanks guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.